Moving on to the verb in Arabic, or fi'l, its plural is af'al, meaning verbs or actions. As in English, a verb can be used to express an action, whether that's physical, like Zaid wrote, or she is walking, or you will speak, or even a mental action, like the women thought, or he likes, or they will believe. Some verbs can also describe a state of being or becoming. So, for example, feeling an emotion. The sentence, I am happy, can be expressed using a fi'l. Or having a quality. So, the king was generous, again can be expressed using a fi'l. Or expressing an occurrence. The weather became rainy. It can be said using a fi'l. There are three main points to note for fi'l. Firstly, just like an ism, a fi'l will have an inherent meaning. So for example, if I said, he is reading a book, we all understand what is meant by the act of reading. Or if I said, you ate an apple, we know what it means to eat something. Unlike an ism, a fi'l will be linked to a particular time frame or tense, and there are three distinct tenses. So, for example, I wrote is the past tense, I am writing is the present tense, and I will write is the future tense. In Arabic, the past tense is called al-madi, and the present and future tense is called al-mudari'. There is a specific pattern for past tense verbs and a different pattern for both the present and future tense verb. These patterns will be discussed in a future video, inshallah. And finally, every fi'l must come with a doer that performs the action. In Arabic, this is called the fa'il. The fa'il can be spoken about from three perspectives. You've got the third person. So these little blue people are talking about a third person. And the pronouns they can use are he, she, it, if it's an inanimate object, they both, or they all. In addition to this, the fa'il can also be any noun that isn't a pronoun. So names, so for example, I can say Zaid did something, or Maryam did something. It can be people, like the Muslims did something, or the teacher or student did something. It can be animals, and it can even be inanimate objects, like the book or the pen. The fa'il can also be spoken about in the second person. So the little blue guy is talking to a second person. The pronouns they can use are you, or you both, or you all, depending on the number being spoken to. And finally, the first person. This is used when talking about oneself. The two associated pronouns here are I and we.